Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am TechyPlayz, and welcome back to some Heartopia. This is going to be a little bit different. This is a pre-recorded video, not a stream VOD, which, very unlike me. But today, it is about 10:30 a.m. on a Friday, and where I'm at usually on that time and date, or day of the week, is my day job. I have a day off today, and what also I'm usually doing is taking a break about a half an hour from now and logging into Heartopia on my phone and running my dailies and getting some things done so that when I do, or if I do stream Heartopia later in the day or evening, that I don't have to do all those like menial tasks. I'm good to go. We do our shenanigans, our fishing events, all that fun stuff, and we just have a good time, and we don't have to worry about the nitty-gritties of like the first things that you're supposed to do when you get on the game. So, but that is what we're doing today, though, is the nitty-gritty stuff, and it's not like super bleh, but I just wanted to quickly show you guys, take this opportunity to show you guys what exactly I do before stream in game, other than sit around and chat with the others in Discord while doing like gardening and stuff. That part you're not gonna see. But first things first, one of the first things that I do is I load into a very specific town. Usually, it almost without fail, I go to my friends' towns during this time, and I find Tomato. Tomato is the one that I broke and entered into the house through the back the back balcony using my car and jumping off of it. And he's since redesigned his house to where you can't do that anymore. He found it hilarious, but he's also like, that's an extreme security risk. I need to fix that ASAP. So, and he doesn't come and like badger me about doing events and stuff like that, which is key for this time of day, because if I'm on break, it's like a 20-minute lunch break. I gotta get my things done, and I can't be bombarded with invitations to towns and fishing events and butterfly events and all that stuff like that. Some still do eke in, but it's not nearly as bad when you're not in the same town as someone like Jan, who is very energetic and very much wants to do events and do stuff like go, like, okay? We all adore Yan, but it is not a good town to be in when you're just trying to be on the game for 20 minutes. That is you want to be on the game for multiple hours type of person to be in the same town as. But I usually find Tomato. Tomato does his own thing. I do my own thing, and I get off. Sometimes he's watered my plants. Sometimes he's just left me alone. It's fine. For the sake of the video today, we are just going to make our own town. I know that was a lot of build-up for absolutely nothing. And for the fact that this is a pre-recorded video and you guys knowing the password means absolutely nothing, and anyone that would benefit from knowing the password is not going to be able to know that it was a password or that this was open until after the fact. So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. If anyone just happens to get in that way, it just props to them. But we are going to create our own town. It's going to be for an hour, and we're just going to get in. The reason I'm making my own town is because the biggest thing that lags my game is loading other people's houses, and if there's no other houses but mine to load in, then it should be pretty minimal. I think there's a few other generated structures and stuff like that in the game that will cause some stuttering, but I'm trying to mitigate that because we need to get going and we need to get doing the things that we need to do very quickly. Now, being that I do want this to be a full-length video, that's kind of the reason I stammered and rambled and all that stuff at the beginning. So, no one can make Andrew shave off his beard. That is a weird tip to have on the loading screen. That same tip thing on the loading screen did tell me that the build height was like 3 stories So it does give some useful information, but then it also gives some very weird, like, odd information, especially about Andrew, because, like, I know he's all about his facial hair, but it's always been more about the mustache, if I remember correctly. I'm literally just padding time for this loading screen to finish up. This is going to be a non-edited pre-recorded video because the said Friday that I'm doing this in the morning of is the same day that it needs to come out on YouTube. So I can't take the time to do a nice intensive editing session that would probably make it come out at like 6 or 7 at night instead of 4 in the afternoon like it's supposed to. So log in, we get our membership benefits. Then the first thing I do is I go find Chloe, who almost always has a gift. You happy? Yeah, you're happy. Oh, I got a... Hooray! It's the same as last time. I've only gotten 2 of these, but like... And then I get little... Okay. And then I feed her. This is what I'm talking about, the lag. On my phone, it doesn't really happen. So, I need to get cat food soon. I don't overfeed. I slightly underfeed, but I will not overfeed. Right, and then we'll check on our crops. So we will just... Oh, I'm getting... Yes, strawberry. Yes, first time doing strawberries. It's usually wheat here, but unlock strawberries. So we got our strawberries. Just trying to spam through it. Was all of those really 1 star? The sad part is, before I got off last night, which if you watched Hush Maid's stream last night, I was on the game, didn't stream, I was too tired, I was falling asleep at the freaking bug catching event. But I had this fully watered, everyone had contributed, and I'm very surprised that like I was trying to like wake up in the middle of the night for the daily refresh to get them so I could get some better quality, but like it's my first run of strawberries, so like I'm not too beat up about getting 1 stars all across the board. Unless I got some 2 stars and it didn't do the whole thing because I was spamming it. I'll check my bag in a second. So we will put that away. And then check the bag. I got 5 2 stars. Okay. Or is that tomatoes? That's tomatoes. Never mind. 26 1 star. Yeah, they were all 1 stars. I'm going to open my gacha real quick. That's not normally part of the thing. That's just something I forgot to do before getting off last night. I also forgot to sell these. We are going to run over here, get ourselves an Astralis Blessing. Usually when I log in on my phone like that, it gives me in like the first 1 or 2. But it's wanting to be a pain when I'm trying to record and make good time. I need blessing, thank you. I mean, I don't need it, but it's a thing that I do. Ooh, and then there's that. Okay. Just pour salt in the wound. Alright, but the next thing that we're going to do is we are going... Okay, we're going to skip the normal order of things because of convenience. This is usually what I do after my dailies. Is I will find the fluorite and I will find the wandering timber, or Roaming Oak. Trying to get it right for this video. Roaming Oak, I believe, is its name. But we go over to the rainbow. And then we go see the tree. Now, once this event is over, that immediately gets removed from the daily preparations. We did find a way to glitch cars onto the rainbow. It's very convoluted. It requires more than one person. Just to have one person be on it. And not everyone can be on it. What basically it is, though, is you deploy your car, but you leave that alone. You get out of your car, and then someone else brings their car out, and you get in their car. You try to drive it up onto the cloud. It'll kick you from the car, but if you immediately try to get back in it and go, it won't kick you that time. And then you can drive the car on the rainbow. Now, if the other person tries to do it, well, this recalls your car when you do this. We'll get our elements real quickly. It does recall your car when you do this, so the other person can't get in your car, and there's no real way to get your car back out without ruining the whole thing. And even if they did, once they got in your car and did this, then it would recall their car, and then that would kick you out of the car you're on the road. So it would all fall apart. So you need at least 3 people, and one person's got to sit out. Or you might need 4 people. I don't know. All I know is not everyone can race on Rainbow Road on this game together. You just gotta pick who's gonna be on it, and then I don't know, draw straws for it or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah. What I usually do during the rainbow ride is go in and accept all my dailies, which I should have done. I was just too caught up in the conversation of the cars on the road. On the Rainbow Road. Alright, so first one is Mandarins. We need to go talk to Annie. Annie is over by Onsen, so we will take our quick travel method to the fish. That way we're not running or driving. I haven't used the car yet today. I usually don't. Not only is driving with touch controls kind of meh, it doesn't save me as much time as I would like. Yeah, I should have known the ice rink was going to be one of those structures that bog down the frames. Yeah. We'll talk to Annie. Probably need to give her a handful of mandarins. Oh, that's a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, but I have plenty, so... Well, not plenty, but in regards to asking for 8, I have plenty. Alright, insect. Need to talk to Naniwa. So we will also do the fast travel to the bug thing. Alright. I got all these things. I got Stella's Blessing, Mighty Strength, and Energy Burst. And both of the other things make me regret sitting there and trying to do the wishing fountain for the blessing. It's like the game knows I'm in kind of a hurry and decided that it was gonna make me suffer, and then it was gonna make me suffer that I would suffer through that. Request insects. 4. It's a good thing we did those butterfly events. You can have 4 of those. Okay. Sell $300. Not $300. 300 gold worth. Okay. So I need to find Albert. Of course, he's on the other end of the map. Why wouldn't he be? He's heading toward this one. Okay. Always best to get ahead of Albert. Hey Albert, you want some pie? It's a good thing I hadn't sold the pie yet. One 3-star is... Wow. Do that. We'll save some of the fish. But... these can go, these can go, these can go. I don't want 5-star. Even though I probably should. I need to go to my house and confirm that I already have a 5-star red before I sell that. I know the thing says 300, and I went way over that with the very first slice of pie. But might as well do this while I'm thinking about it. And so, because we are going to stop by the shops by the end of this, so getting as much coin as possible would be the best course of action. So next one is mushrooms. Okay, we'll use the car. Some people do all the animals and the large trees and stuff during their daily routines. I've done it sometimes, but like that's after I'm home from work and I'm on chit-chatting with everybody. That's a bird I don't think I've seen before. And I think it just flew away. Please don't go forever. Please don't go forever. Please don't go forever. We will get back to the mushrooms in a moment. I think I found them. It's not the right bird. I don't even know what that yellow bird was. That's gonna bother me. What's the other? I finished the mushrooms. Sorry. Got so caught off by that bird that I completely didn't realize that I had gained enough mushroom. How did it even see me? I was going at it through a hill. What in the world? Is that even the same bird? No, it's not. It's like a tan. Same kind of shape, though. The one I saw was yellow and had like a speckle pattern. That's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me for so long. Submit the workbench to... I have to go home. I gotta make one. I'll just track my home. To use our workbench to craft a workbench. Right? Can you not craft another workbench? Is that something that you just said? Oh no, here it is. Okay. And there's wandering timbers, or wandering oak. Roaming oak. One of these days I'll have it, like, memorized, but... try to make an exact turn, and then the lag hits, and I just... Alright. Yeah. This would be the time where I would go around, loop around the whole map, the whole town, and find the fluorite and the roaming oak. But because we found them while doing the other things, we are just gonna go into town and hit up the shops, if it'll let us. Once again, when I'm on my phone, it doesn't do this. What could you possibly be loading right now? Okay, I was about to say, like, where even is she? She's usually in that, like, area of the store. Just, like, I didn't see her. She was completely, like, blended in. So I was concerned. Alright, nothing particularly daunting to get for that. There's almost never anything good for that. Still waiting for something to catch my eye with that. It's a coffee outfit. It's a coffee outfit. Wishing stars anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Spent my wishing stars on something very important for future videos. No, the shoes really jump. Oh. Most days I go to the clothing shop and don't buy anything from there. Oh, come on. Do I have any? Oh, there's no remaining. I can't get. Oh. So that's where I would be. That's where I got them from. Damn. You're also wishing stars. but we already got all these. But that would be one of the next things that I would normally do. Claim what we need to claim. Ah, yes. I usually forget until way later. And be like, why is this here? I was like, oh yeah, do my sign in thing. We need to penguin. Do you need to visit that? Okay. So one of the last things I do is I go feed the penguins. Because the penguins aren't going to be here for much longer. And like, even though me and the others usually go on like a loop around the map feeding the animals, not nearly as often enough to get the progress on the penguins that I would like. So I prioritize the penguins and then work on the other animals when I can. Lost all sound effects. Well, not all sound effects. Pretty sure. Yeah, that that's not that. So I've got some an audio issue, and now everything's back. My ambient noise. Okay. Yeah, it did that to me for significantly longer last night when I was just playing, and I was hoping that it wouldn't plague me today. That's awesome. I have that one. That yellow, like, speckled dove looking bird is going to haunt my nightmares for the rest of eternity. Unless I end up finding one again and actually getting the thing for it. See, what I was trying to do earlier was just whip it around there, but the lag made me, like, when I was starting to come back over, it just shot me over. So it's kind of swerved. Not having it. And then the ambient audio is gone, but at least the music is going right now. Otherwise, this be very unsettling. I'm hoping they fix the audio bug soon. Did I not replant? Okay. One of the very first things that I do after I harvest the plants is not only just water the plots, but I also replant plants in the place of where they were before. So I think if I interact with my bag or my watch, I think that's what brings it back. By the way, these 95 ducks are the things that I spent all my wishing stars on. So this has been over half an hour, and I usually do all this within 20 minutes, but that's, you know, minus the lag, minus the random bird I've never seen trying to chase it down, and minus forgetting and going back and having to redo things or do things that I'd missed. So the only thing that was convenient was the roaming oak and the fluorite. I had bought 20 of the strawberry seeds to get my first thing of strawberries, and I bought 20 of my corn seeds for my first batch of corn. Yeah. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Pretty much anything else that I would do during the day before the stream would be after I'm home from work, while I'm just chit-chatting around. Like random things I would remember, or random things of like, oh, we could go do this, that, or whatever. Maybe do some cooking of like more truffle pies and like get those sold, get some more money going. Other than that, that's pretty cut and dry on like all the things that I do ahead of time while I'm on break at work, so that you guys don't have to like see me do this every single stream at the beginning of every stream. So, but you do get to see the process, albeit slightly altered because of timing, not having that time constraint, and some variables that are not present when I'm on my phone versus when I'm on the PC version, which is very not optimized, because I got a system that can run fairly more intensive games than freaking Heartopia, but it's not optimized. And I would play on my iPad, but the keyboard and mouse controls for that are janky. So anyways, with all that said, I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you're new and haven't done so already, consider subscribing. Also consider joining the channel membership. It is only $1 a month. You get a shout out as soon as I see it and put it in the next video for it. And there will be links in the description below. Some of them will be my friends' channel links. The other are my social media. Both will be worth checking out. And there will be a video and a playlist on screen for you guys to continue your watching journey here on the channel. And with all that said, I will see you guys there.